Hey Cancer, it's Jamie with Southeastern Soul Tribe. If you haven't already liked, shared, and subscribed to my channel, if you like my reads, please do so. I'd very much appreciate it. And if you'd like a personal read, they're $35 and all the information should be below this video or in the About section. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. I have been very busy. I've been on the lake a little bit this weekend, so I might look a little sunburnt. A little too much sun yesterday. But that's okay. I'll survive. I am here to see what is going on in your relationships. Love relationships, work relationships, all of the above. And I'm thinking about taking the reading in a bit of a different direction just by doing a spread for love and then a spread for general. So let's get started with that. And let's look at the general energy that you've been dealing with. And we'll start with the energy oracles first and go from there. Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides, for our Cancer collective, for their highest good. What's going on for their general energy for Cancer? For Cancer. How about for Cancer's love relationships? Romantic, family, or romantic relationships for Cancer. For Cancer. For Cancer. All right, Cancer. First of all, for the general energy, we're looking at the envy card in reverse in the past. So there may have been someone in your vicinity who either presented envy to you, or you may have felt a little envious of this person. So it could be about you or them, or you may have been envious about something in your environment, and you were beginning to come out of that in the past because this is coming in the reverse. This is a 20 card in the upright, and it also breaks down to a 2 in numerology. So when you think about that, there may have been something about equal give and take in the past, or something being out of balance, and maybe now it's going back into balance, or had recently gone back into balance. And you may be in a contract, in something with work or family or something like that, under contract, or just, again, this is more of a sign of balance. It's the number 6. Coming from the 2 to the 6 is a pretty good position, because where, you know, you may have been just 2 people in the past, and now everybody's starting to meld together and kind of flow back and forth a little better in your general environment. Now, it looks as though going forward in the general energy that there could be some advancement in a cycle that may bring on a little bit of anxiety going forward. This is the 9 card. We always get a little anxious when we feel like a cycle is starting to wrap up. And you're going to see that progression going forward in your outside environment. With the 9 here, that's 1 away from the 10. And the anxiety around that can sometimes be a little hectic. So hopefully the tarot will give us more information about what could be happening in that case. Now, when it comes to romance and love in your life, in the past, a lot of happiness. This also breaks down to the number 2. It's the number 11. You may have completed a cycle with somebody and started on something that was tangible, that brought in a lot of happiness and abundance. Cornucopia is about abundance, thankfulness, happiness, things like that. in the current energy, there may be some hostilities around something that you're working on, maybe a little bickering or fighting or something like that. And this can get really intense as well in the current energy. But in the near future, there's going to be some communication around that. This card right here is about the throat chakra. It's about advancement too. I mean, it kind of goes down to a number 3 when more people start getting involved in a scenario where there's typically only 2 energies. When you enter in another third energy, then communication might need to take place so everybody's on the same page. And that's what you're being asked for in the near future. Now, these 2 energies could go hand in hand as well. This is Archangel Gabriel, if you believe in archangels, but mostly this is about using your words, using your written language, using your texting abilities, email, just having clear communication going forward, which would probably subdue some of the anxiety you may feel, as these energies can bounce off of each other. Your general energy could affect your romantic relationships and this or that. Anytime there's more than 2 energies, it can cause anxiety and things like that. So that's something to keep in mind. We're going to set these aside, and we're going to look into the tarot in the same way and see what information we can get for you, Cancer. So let's start the first part of this reading with the general situation for our Cancer collective. Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides. For the general energy, what's around Cancerian collective that's tuning into me now in their general life, not so much romantic, maybe work life. Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides, show me what's at the base of this for Cancerians in that case. Yes, you may be reconnecting with someone at this time, celebrating or something like that. What's crossing for Cancer? Options. 7 of Cups, crossing the 3 of Cups. Also, I want you to notice, when I said the anxiety, that was in the general, right? And that was the number 9. Well, this connection, this celebration that you're having when you're looking at options and tossing those around in the energy right now, that's where that 10 is coming in. So this progression going forward may happen very quickly. It may be starting to unfold now for Cancerians. A lot of options around this brought in by more communication and celebrations with others. So no longer isolating. If you had been isolating, that's something. What was in the recent past for the general energy for Cancerians? Work. Work, 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 day after day, 50-hour week, 40-hour pay. But putting in the work, you know? You may have been putting in the work. That's an 8. And then 10. Okay, so we made quick progression, and now we're completing a cycle and going into something new and kind of bringing in new players, it seems like. What's in the hopes, dreams, and fear position for Cancer? Okay. There's a tendency to hold back communication and to kind of just sit there and with all the passion in the world and the self-confidence, and it's almost like purposely holding back, but not in a toxic way, and allowing things to come to you. And that's something that is in the thought process here. What about the fear position? Okay, there's some kind of fear about allowing the swords or the information that is kept a stronghold on someone, of the release of that coming in, and then a fear of this brand new start that has something to do with emotionality, love, spirituality, things that fill our cup, or a new cup coming into the scenario. So it may be somebody you really care about that you're starting to meld back in there with, And there's a little bit of fear around that for some reason. What's coming up in the near future for Cancer in this energy? Small offer, small message. Hey, here's an olive branch kind of thing coming up. And where's that headed for Cancerian energy? Could be somebody that caused a lot of conflict. Now, I worry that whatever this conflict is, when this page comes in, either you sending it or you're dealing with a younger fire sign, may have to do with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius that sends a message about something that causes a conflict. But it is about the future. It's toward the future. And then the conflict comes into, it's the Five of Swords. Some people is throwing down their swords in this energy, and somebody else is still holding a defensive stance in this case. Looking over at that page. What's an outside influence here for Cancerians? This could be at work, because this is a general reading, so this is about your general surroundings, Cancer. That's why I wanted to separate these. All right. So we've got the Six of Wands. That's a lot of support. And the King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Or this is just the energy, if this is you, standing in your power, on your throne, with earning power, your stability is intact, and you're feeling very supported. That's an outside energy that can easily combat and kill some of that anxiety that's around what's coming in the near future. So this is lining up with the energy oracles so far. What is the potential outcome in this general energy for our Cancerians? All right, if you're dealing with a Capricorn or a karmic connection, something about the Ten of Cups here. Someone may be tied together in a choice commitment that's karmic. And when I say karmic, that just means it's not necessarily a bad connection or a bad thing. But there's something about that energy that makes us happy. However, there's lessons still to be completed in there. And so that may be the new cycle we go into. And it may be opening up a window to learn something new. Or you're simply dealing with a Capricorn. If it's a Capricorn, then that's significant of something that somebody's got in their chart. Or you can look and see where that Capricorn energy may be in your birth chart, in your house placements. And that's the place where your happiness is going to come from when you talk about spiritual growth. So like, for instance, my Capricorn is in my 5th house. If I was a Cancerian here and my Virgo was my rising, then Capricorn would be in my 5th house, and I would know that happiness was going to come through a work scenario with me on this one. If that gives you an example of how to look at it. So when you look at where that Capricorn is, figure out what house it is, what that house stands for, and that's where that's going to come in at in the near future. It's the things you don't see coming always. Yes, whatever this is going to lead to a better place of you balancing your masculine cup energy, that is your emotionality, and being able to be more intimate and open and communicating the feelings that you have. That's being able to identify words that match your emotions and openly communicating them, which is the intimacy thing that you have with others in your general environment. So that's honesty, integrity in your communication, which is why that communication throat chakra card was coming up. Okay. Now, so that's on the general outlook. Let's reshuffle and pull for your romantic scenario, Cancer. For Cancerian's romantic situation, angels, ancestors, guides for our Cancerian's romantic connection. Romance and love relationships, spirit, angels, ancestors, God for Cancerians. What's the base of the situation with romance? Patience. Sagittarius energy. This is needing patience, or you're dealing with a Sagittarius. They're so fun. All right, what's crossing that energy? King of Swords. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or just the truth. Telling the truth, having the knowledge, and sharing it. You know, the King of Swords will sit on his throne, and while he can be cutting or whatever, that energy, and I see that it feels like it's kind of going toward temperance, or it's like, look, I'm patient, but here's the thing. Here's the truth. So you could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius in this scenario. Or you just are holding your patience, holding your ground, and keeping the truth intact and all of the knowledge and sharing it as well. And that goes back to that throat chakra. The King of Swords has the ability to communicate as well as investigate, think about, and bring in truth about things. All right? What's in the recent past for Cancerians in their love life? Rest and commitment. Being able to relax within a commitment. Yes. Or a marriage. What's in the hopes and dreams for Cancerian? What's in the fear position? All right. So you may be dealing with a younger fire sign, or there's a fear around creating messages or communication, text messages, emails, something like that, or about a message that might come in. And there's a lot of thoughts about people not working well together, not having a team effort or team players, you know, feeling a lack in that area where we have more than one person working on something. Sometimes this has an air of issues with control as well to it, in one direction or the other. What's coming in the near future for romance? Here's a very non-committal energy. This Knight of Wands. It's a fun Saturday night, a lonely Sunday morning as far as that goes. But it's looking straight at this Sagittarius and air energy here. Back about the past, you know. Very non-committal. What does Cancerians need to know about this? There's where the toxicity is, if there's any, or there's a Capricorn involved. There may be a Capricorn energy that's here that is not committal. Or there's a karmic tie, a karmic pattern, or a toxic pattern of not being committed to something for the long haul on the play going forward in the near future. What advice does Cancerians need to have about this Capricorn Knight of Wands energy? This has to do with not feeling bad about maybe an earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or somebody that's not very sharing or open to help, or don't have their shit together, kind of. You know, there's a reconnection with this person or a celebration, but we got a lot of anxiety about it. So there's that anxiety in the general environment mixing in with that throat chakra energy going in the near future that's a factor around this scenario for Cancerians right now. So throat chakra and anxiety. So it may be around communication that we have anxiety. It's being vulnerable and open, which is actually another form of showing love, of standing in your King or Queen of Cups energy. That's who you are. All right. But we've got King of Swords standing here, and we've got Temperance. Gee, I'm having to have a lot of patience. This is the truth. This is the thing, you know. And I don't know if I want to commit to it or not, is the toxicity. That's another scenario. What is in the potential outcome in this romantic scenario for Cancerians? Anything else? Any advice for Cancer revolving this? All right, so what's happening here is that in the near future, and what you don't see coming, is the fact that there may be something that messes with travel, something about things not calming down very much. Somebody may cut off communication and stop waiting. So there's that impatience that comes around. And then trying to get your recommendation or your advice is to become unstuck. Look at a missed opportunity that we've been sitting here with our blind eye to, or just being too stubborn to look at. Be honest and communicative about what doesn't make you happy. Could be dealing with a Leo as well. But offer a Two of Cups. That's a partnership or coming together or working better with someone, since this is your fear. So with these fears in place, this is what is exactly going to come to the forefront. So if you fear third party energy or you fear whatever, then that might come to the forefront here and become something that you might need to face. So Cancer, if I were you, I would pay close attention to that aspect of what's coming up in the near future. See if it's a reflection of something that it needs healing within yourself, or if within this relationship, if you're having to have a lot of patience, there's a trigger button there that allows for you to work on something to build the better relationship. Where back here you were resting well in a nice commitment as far as romance goes. So, Cancer, I hope that this helped. I know it's much shorter, and I'm trying to do that so that you guys stay engaged. And also because the whole point of me being here is to help you guys in any way I can. And thank you for those people who have stuck by me and continue to watch my channel. And for you new people, thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when I post new content. Check out my shorts. They're there as well. They're very fast reads. 1 minute gives you a whole breakdown. Anyways, until next time, Cancer, much love and light to you. Mwah.